Well, Jahmy, thank you for being with me for this conversation. And at this At Work Spotlight, we're talking a lot about smart cities and 5G. So let's talk about what happens when you get far outside of cities where a lot of Deere's customers are. How do you calculate the economic benefit of increased connectivity that's coming down the pike with technologies like 5G?
Yeah, sure. Great question, John. I'm happy to talk about it. As we think about rural connectivity in particular applied in the agricultural space, we have to recognize that the farms in these rural environments are very technologically capable. They're very technologically savvy. They're creating a significant amount of data each and every day during the growing season. And that information that they're creating is really going into helping them become more productive and more sustainable over time. It's creating the ability to have more precise decisions made during the growing season, given that agriculture is a very dynamic process in and of itself. That information is really, really critical to making great decisions in the moment when the decision needs to be made. In order to minimize the amount of inputs that farmers have to put into their business and maximize their productivity on the backside. And so this idea of rural connectivity and the divide between urban and rural connectivity that exists is an important one for us. It's an important one for our farmers who are trying to manage a business that's very dependent upon that data and that connectivity and having a significant bandwidth to operate in. But it's also important in those rural communities that they happen to work in as well, for reasons that far outside of the scope of agriculture.
We are talking about the future of work, and policy is going to have quite an influence over that. We have a new administration coming in at the federal level. When it comes to agriculture and technology and these issues of data that we've been talking about, is there a critical issue or two that you would like to see on the table?
Well, I think you touched on one of them, and it's rural broadband. It's the need to really drive connectivity into rural locations within the country, and not just for agricultural purposes. There's a whole host of benefits that come to society when that happens. But in our industry in particular, in order to achieve the levels of productivity that we need to achieve in agriculture to feed a growing world, connectivity plays a significant part in that. Rural connectivity sort of thing. And so we need to elevate that conversation. We need to make meaningful progress on it moving forward. And I'm confident that the winds that are back on that, actually, I think there's a lot of appetite and interest in that, in part because of the virtual environment that we happen to be operating in now.
And finally, quickly, if you can, are you getting new recruits who are educated in the things and at the level that you need to meet these challenges?
Yeah, I think we are, and we're also taking actions, within our own organization to upskill employees that exist in the current population and the current team, and that's important to us, right? We need to make sure that we're providing opportunities for employees within the company to change their skill sets to meet the needs of what has become the modern technology set.